happens next is my favorite part.
Take this overboard now. I want you to
feel that heat, and we can ride the boogie, share that beat of love. I wanna ride all night, working in the rhythm. I wanna ride all night, working in the rhythm. Ooh, baby, I love you so.
What is up, y'all? What is up? It's your girl EJ in the building, y'all. And listen, we are back to talk about From. This is the final episode, and it was a lot of stuff going on, and we got to talk about all the shenanigans. But y'all already know, I'm definitely not here by myself, so I'm going to go ahead and get everybody up so we can get a vibe check. While y'all are coming in, please make sure to hit the like button on all the channels. If you are not subscribed to some of the channels, then please make sure to subscribe. We'll be dropping our links throughout the live as well, so that way y'all can make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. So listen, let me go ahead and get the horror person up here first. What up, Kay?
I'm here, y'all.
Okay, I was like, so how was you feeling about this episode?
I got some thoughts.
Uh-oh.
Got some notes. The theories ain't over.
Okay.
The theories ain't over. They put us in the upside down for Stranger Things fan. When they put us in upside down, I feel like the game has changed. And I got a lot with that word game there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get into it. We went from the Stranger Things. And I'm like, all right, let's go.
Okay, well, you already know we definitely gonna have to talk about any theories that we have a little bit later. Let me go ahead and get my girl up. What is up, Tamika? How's it going?
Hey, what's up,
girl? Here, how you feeling about this episode?
I feel a few different things. It's crazy because I watched one time with y'all, watched one time with Bigger Ford Entertainment, and I think I watched either once or twice by myself. The more I was watching, the more I started feeling like, I went through a couple different changes, couple different emotions, but towards the last watch, I started feeling like this was giving me mid-season finale, and not just finale, but also set up for season 5. And then some people want to curse out, but it was still good.
Nothing wrong with that. And then, of course, my girl Tika Dushi in the building.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about this episode?
I just want to know, if a tree falls in the forest, does it still make a sound? And damn it, this tree made a whole lot of noise. Okay. I love this episode. I was pissed at this episode. I was on an emotional roller coaster with a lot of things that happened. And it was a really good episode for me. I mean, I'm like, okay, please, not the end, but it's the finale episode. So I'm just ready for another season to hurry up and come on back. Heard we got till 2027 for it to return. So we'll see. Either way, I'll be watching, and then by then I'll actually have some actual theories by the end of 2027.
Okay, Tika 2027 theories coming up, y'all. And last but certainly not least, we got our girl Quana in the building. Hey, boo.
Hey, boos. How y'all doing?
Good. How you feeling about this episode?
I liked it. I went back and I rewatched all of the finales, and actually think it was one of the better ones. In terms of, we got a lot. I just think I think people, realistically expected more, but I felt like it set us up for what's destined to be a good epic battle in the 5th season. So I'm excited for that.
I think so too. I agree. So yeah, we just gonna jump straight into it. I didn't have no shenanigans today because I didn't have time to do the shenanigans. I wanted to, but I just didn't have time to get to it. But we just gonna go ahead and jump into just this episode. So first and foremost, my thoughts. I thought this was a good way to end on. I always expect them to end like with you wanting more. So like I wasn't mad about that or anything like that. I was like, okay, this your traditional, they got to end it like this. They got to leave you wanting more. But I thought they ended on a pretty good note. Like, I mean, I just feel like Kay is going to have a lot to say about Ellis, but just don't do too much on Ellis this episode, okay? Because his heart is broken, Kay. Don't do him like that this episode is all I'm asking, okay? That's all I'm asking.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try to give him some grace because I don't think
this might be the first time that Ellis actually was offering his damn help. The most he's ever offered it, to be honest.
It's only because Kenny wasn't standing there.
Right.
I see. This is what I'm talking about, Kay. See what I'm saying? Like, try harder. Try harder. Not too much. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode. We had a ton of stuff going on, and hold on. I'm gonna be jumping all over the place because I'm just gonna be jumping all over the place. Y'all excuse my little screenshots. Didn't get a chance to get them fully lightened up this time because I was in a hurry. But I want to talk about the stupidest shit that happened in this episode just to piss me off.
Oh, girl.
Why is Patty like this, y'all? Like, why is she like this? This ticked me off so badly that we get to this point where we're out in the woods. We know about these monsters. We know everything. At this point, we've seen these monsters. We done been up and close and personal with them. If you've come into Fromville, you done ran across these doggone monsters. You know what happens. She just sitting up there frozen. She done took a gun, tried to pow herself. She done did all the things, right? I was just like, can we just leave her here? Because at this point, I really don't want to deal with her. But if you, which I'm pretty sure if you're looking at this, you have watched the episode. But just in case you have not, after we get the bottle tree knocked down and all the things happen, some kind of way we go dark, some kind of way we get back to nighttime in the middle of the day, which causes the monsters to come out and they all have to take off and they have to get into the cars. But of course, we got this one person that has to do the most. Quana, what was your thoughts on Patty? Like, she was irking my soul. What did you think about her?
First of all, I couldn't remember this chick's name for nothing. I kept calling her Penny. And she was getting on my daggone nerves. I was like, it's not even worth my time to remember this chick's name. I don't know why we're not taking temperature reads on people before we put them involved in major plans. Because from jump, she couldn't even have been out there. She needed to stay her behind up at Colony House the whole entire time. So I don't even know why they took her along for the ride. After the shenanigans down by the lake, I wouldn't have involved her in nothing, nada. But he doggone sure should have kicked her behind out that car. Just point blank, period. That's one time when you just let him go.
Okay, gotta let it go. Tamika, was it about to be a TKO with her? Was we about to let her go?
Baby, this was the first person that was irking my damn nerves. There's a few others, but she definitely did the most. Like, she wasn't even got in the car. Like Quana already mentioned, we know she was at the fool when Roger came up in the damn house. So I don't know why we would have her here. And before they even get in the car, she was standing there dazing at the damn monsters. Like, this is her first time seeing them bored, shooting, wasting bullets that he know that don't work on them, and grabbing her, putting her in the car. She would have got left there. She wouldn't even been in the car. Then you get in the car and act the fool like that, baby, the way I would have slapped her with that damn hammer. Oh, I was so sick of her. I kept screaming, throw her ass out the car. I was over her. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm.
Nah, I feel you on that. She definitely needed to go out the car. Okay, was she going to get kicked out of the car or what? And then I'm going to switch it up here in just a second, y'all. But I'm interested in, would you have kicked her out the car?
You know what? I was over Two-Face when she was making them damn cookies last week. I'm come from the world of The Walking Dead. I don't take chances anymore. Ain't no kicking her out of car. She'd have just took one to the head. I'm not going to play around with her. We're not doing that. You putting everybody in danger with all this hooting and hollering for no reason. Like she was literally doing way too. She was acting like the man in yellow when he was dressed as Sophia when she got in there, doing all that extra hooting and hollering and screaming and stuff for no reason at all. She would have got shot fooling with me, and I would have been like, "We good now." And I don't think
Okay.
anybody would have been upset either, because you know what? That's the first time I agree with Acosta, because Acosta would have shot her too.
Probably so, and I wouldn't have been mad at it at all.
I
But
don't
I'm
think
gonna
they
take
would
it back for I'm gonna take it back for a second, y'all. We know that Sophia decided that she was gonna sabotage the rope. So, of course, when we left off on last episode, we kind of left off with another cliffhanger, of course, and we left off not knowing how we was if Jade and Tabitha was gonna be able to get them up out of here, like what was gonna happen. The monsters then came through. Well, the monsters do get through, but the sunlight is still out, and then the rope gets sabotaged. So of course the rope is broken, and now we can't get them up onto the thing. But the fact of the thing with this daylight, with it turning from daylight to dark, do y'all think that has something to do with the bottle tree per se being taken down? Or do you think that this was Sophia or some other entity? Like, what do you think made the doggone dark happen in the middle of the day? I'm gonna start with you, Tika. You got any thoughts on how this came about, or why you think it may have happened this way?
Probably, I got a thought so wrong and inaccurate and so unserious, but it was like a damn light switch. You opened up the tree, you turned the light switch off. So now everything is changing around them. I know that don't make no dang on sense, but that's what I saw it as, them basically turning off the light switch so they can turn off the lights. Why they effing with stuff? They should have been listening to Victor. Victor told them, and James lying ass, they should leave him down there anyway. So it was a lot. It was it was a combination of the games that Sophia keeps talking about. That's one game, because as we know, she kept saying she playing a bunch of games. She got a bunch of games that's playing at one time. So that was a part of it. The mind games is first is broad daylight, now it's dark. And then you got these entities, these walking whoever's coming out to get everybody. But real quick, I just want to say, I just had 4 words for Patty, and those 4 words were Patty, well, not even calling her name, shut the hell up. Those were the only 4 words I had for Patty, because she worked my nerves. She worked my nerves.
Yeah, Patty was on that ish, y'all. Patty was she was on a whole nother level with that stuff. But Quana, I'm interested. Do you think that that the light switch, we gonna call it a light switch, like Tika, we gonna call it a light switch. Do you think that the light switch had something to do that had something to do with the bottle tree, or do you think this was Sophia manipulating this, or do you think that it was literally related to that bottle tree being moved?
Oh no, most definitely related to the bottle tree. And at this point, the bottle tree is the anchor, right? We know it's made out of the hope of the children, so it probably was the only thing sustaining whatever this passage of time that's been speeding up. So when passage of time speeds up, guess what also happens is daylight hours, cycles of days go faster. And I think that's exactly what happened. I think the lights went out because we're going to see time moving real squirrely now. That's my theory.
That's what's up. So, Kay, with the light switch going out and with Quana's theory on why it's happening, first of all, do you agree with that? Do you think that that's what's happening? And if so, do you think that we're gonna see this like coming into the next? Because I don't know how they're gonna play this next season. I don't know if we're gonna start from where we are, if we're gonna do a time jump. Oh, I just really hope we don't do a time jump. I need to see this play out. But do you think that we're gonna see this series of things happening like light and dark really, really quick, to where they're never gonna be able to really settle into a routine anymore? It's really gonna be chaotic.
I definitely think that we are not going to know true night and day for the remainder of this cycle, for however long they have left in this cycle, because apparently that they're at the tail end of it. But that kind of leads me into like my theory of what I think it might be going on here. But yeah, we're just expected to go from light and dark the whole time, and which will be much to the advantage of Sophia in yellow, because she knows now that there's no outright time of day that what is going to happen is going to leave people panicked, and she just tossed a talisman. to the side.
Which
Put
makes
them in
it
put them in a faraway tree. And so we don't know where the talisman are going to end up. They could go be scattered all over again. And so yeah, this is part of the game, and the game just got a whole lot more serious.
Shit, and did. Jade and Tabitha, of course, are stuck inside of this. They're stuck inside of the tunnels now, and they got the monsters chasing after them. Do you think, Tamika, because every time we see them, like every time it feels like something helps them, do you think that maybe, like, I don't know how much power the boy in white has, or the little bit of good that's there has in this world, but do you think that there is something also there that is helping them? Because it always feels like something helps them just a little bit every time they're in these precarious situations. Or do you think that's just, show stuff?
A combination, to be honest, but it does feel like, because I was wondering that, I'm like, does the boy in white have powers, but his powers are just not as strong or not the same as the man in yellow? I'm wondering, does he just choose not to help them in certain ways, or is it like rules where he can't? And sometimes it felt like this may have just been something where the town itself was helping them, but I also was like, it could be the boy in white helping them. We know damn well it ain't Sophia, so because it was really like every step they took, just as fast as the monsters was coming after them, or they was put in a situation where it was like, dag, where they gonna go? Then they would have these rocks fall, they would get a space in between them. But Tabitha was pissing me off. That was number 2, with how slow she was trying to go up this damn rope. I said, do we have a serious situation here or not? Even the way she was digging at the bones, I was like, girl, having conversations, we ain't have time for that. But yeah, I feel like it's a combination.
I don't know if it's me, and I just went left field, but you just made me think of this. But why did I think that Jade and Tabitha was going to end up kissing in that tunnel? I said, if y'all too damn close to each other right now, get away, stop it. What is happening?
Give that for
upon first watch, I didn't think nothing about it, but when there were those little slights about them kind of making references to that they were together and had a family. Now did I think they was gonna kiss? No, but I did think they was gonna share some kind of a intimate moment of like, that's my man over there kind of thing. Like we locked in, but that didn't happen. I mean, Jim gone. You better take what you get while you in there.
Okay, and Jade might be the best thing that you can get out.
I know you don't want Hen Dog Henry.
Girl, I can't wait to talk about old Hen Dog. But before we move on from that, does anybody else have any thoughts just over, could there be something that is helping them in any type of way? Is it the boy in white, or is it some other entity? Do y'all think that is, or do y'all think this is just show stuff and anybody can go? I'm just wondering, curious.
It's part of the game.
Niggas part of the game. Okay, that's what's up. Anybody else before we move on? Okay, I'm gonna take you outside. Excuse me. All right, y'all. We gotta talk about Hen Dog Henry. Okay, Victor had to beat the brakes off his daddy, y'all, and I just cackled. That was so funny to me. I said, "Listen, not Victor over here having to take his daddy down," because I really thought he was gonna punch him, y'all. I was like, if Victor punch him, I ain't mad at it, because Victor was upset. Like, after all of this, after everything that I've done been out here by myself, you finally end up over here, and this is what you want to do. This is how you want to do it. He's trying to tell him something is feeding you lies. Something is telling you, but Henry ain't listening, because he got the blood in him. He got the dreams. He got the alcohol. He got too much stuff in him to listen to what Victor is saying. And he was ready to take him out. And until Ethan walked in there, and then Victor took that jump at him, I really thought that Victor was okay with leaving. Y'all ain't even gonna lie. I was like, is Victor okay with going? Because he's not even trying to move. Quana, I'm gonna start with you. What were your thoughts just over this whole entire scene with Victor and his daddy?
I was giving Victor a slow clap. Good job. Do what needed to be done, because Victor's daddy is tripping. And when he pointed that gun at Ethan, I was like, yes, absolutely.
Okay, girl. When he found those bullets in the thing, I already knew. I said, "Oh, he finna go look for this gun." We already know he finna try to go. He gotta move forward with it. At first, I felt like he's been on this teeter totter of it. Should I? Should not? Is it real? Is it not? But at some point, he came to grasp with the fact that he really felt like this was real. And when he found those bullets, I was like, Donna, why are you giving up all this information, girl? Stop talking to Henry right now. But she didn't know no better. Tika, your thoughts over Victor having to beat the brakes off his daddy?
Yeah, I was like, okay, if your daddy or you, Victor, so what you gonna do? And he showed and proved. Listen, my daddy ain't been here all this time. I might as well go on and take him on out of here because he gotta go. And then he almost popped the baby. He almost popped Ethan. So Victor protected Ethan. It's sad. Like I said, Sophia chose the weakest, or Man in Yellow chose the weakest, right? The weakest minded individual to mess with, and to have the thought to take out your own son because you feel like that's the anchor that's holding you there. It's a terrible, terrible situation. And everybody been mentioning it since the very first season. I guess this is what Abby was going through when she thought she needed to take everybody out so they could wake up. And so it's like the Man in Yellow is playing this same game, and it's like he's pretty much doing like the same games, but just effing with different people.
Mm-hmm. And and it's crazy how he's able to keep doing the same exact stuff over and over again. And I guess he said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kay, any thoughts on Hen Dog almost getting taken out by Victor? And
Child,
both
Victor grew
vice
up on
versa.
this episode. Victor grew up. This was man Victor that stood up to his dad. That voice didn't waver. That was the strongest Victor had been in his. He jacked him up with conviction, as he should have. I knew when we talked about last week how I thought about the Matrix and how Cypher did this exact same thing with Morpheus, that he's so much of a coward that he can't face living in this real world. You sat in that house by yourself, no family, no wife, no kids, and even though you can't have all of your family, you got one. Even in an unfortunate situation, you still have your son. But this situation is so unbearable that you would be willing to pop your own son in order to live in a place that's not real, because he don't want to deal with the reality of it. He don't want to deal with the fact that he lost his wife. He don't want to deal with the fact that his son didn't turn out like he thought he would. He don't want to deal with the fact that he's still an alcoholic, and that's probably why Miranda left him anyway. Oh no, real life is too hard. If I take Victor out, I can go live in imagination land. Slap him again, Victor. Slap him up a couple more times and take him down to the jail cell. Cause see, Henry, I was with you at the beginning of the season. Like, you was my dog. We was locked in, but not on this. They drag his ass to the damn cell. He don't need to be free, and don't give him no more liquor. Nothing.
Okay, that's what they really need to do, is stop serving this junk of liquor. Mm-hmm. He don't need it. He don't need it. Tamika, any thoughts over Victor? He had to rough his daddy up a little bit and talk to him, a little tough.
I mean, I was happy. I was cheering for Victor, but honestly, I wanted him to like a couple damn times on him. As maybe when we come back into this, because Henry, you gotta get it, and you gotta get thrown in the damn box, or you gotta have Boyd come rough you up and handcuff you the way he did. Victor, when he didn't damn deserve it. You deserve it. You got to be locked up. We can't have you out roaming free. Or this shit we got to deal with as we go back into season 5. Absolutely not. Because he ain't gonna stop. This ain't stopped him. I mean, it might have shook him up for a minute, but we know that she already got the control over him. So this ain't like this gonna stop him from being damn crazy. But he definitely deserved it.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Let me see I don't even know what my next slide is. Hold on. I think we talk about this. I put them in. I thought I was going to talk about the other one, but we'll go ahead and talk about this one. I was going to talk about Christy, but since this was up there, let's talk about Elgin for a second, because Elgin made the right choice, y'all. Elgin was brave. I wasn't sure, how Elgin's story was going to end, but at the end of the day, I feel like Elgin has some sort of redemption when it's all said and done. This time he didn't allow his need to want to go home, because it makes me feel like he's the one person who really thought they was like he really thought he was doing the right thing and that they were going to go home, because I feel like anybody else has always been like, I feel like some people are just selfish about it, like the op, and you know what I'm saying, I can't think what her name is, Clara Bear, whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some people are just selfish, but I don't feel like Elgin has ever been selfish. It's always been about everybody going home. It's just he went about it in the dumbest way. But, that's neither here nor there, because it's not about the past. This is about the present. Elgin in the present made a different choice and a different decision, and he chose not to help Sophia and her mission of chaos. What are your thoughts over that? Quana, how was you feeling about Elgin and his choices? You think he did the right thing? Or you think he should have just infiltrated instead? Acted like he was going to be
No, I think he made the right decision, because I think at this point now, we've moved beyond whatever the entities were doing to Sarah back in season 1. Now it's just like Sophia said, they over here doing blood rituals. And I suspect that once you do that, there's no opting out. I don't think that there's a place where Clara's going to be able to come back from that, because now she's exchanged blood with Sophia, versus like whatever Elgin was doing before, whatever Sarah was doing, you could kind of come back from that. So I think he made the right decision. I'm sorry to see him go. I didn't know until they started dropping the interviews that, oh boy, he's a handsome young man. I him looking interesting as Elgin.
I was gonna say that. I just want to say I actually had a chance to talk to him. He don't look nothing like this.
A lot for a brother. I was like, okay, young man, look at you. But now I think he made the right decision.
I'm gonna have that. You gonna have me over here looking him up. Okay, I gotta go look at. Have you dropped your interview yet? I haven't seen it.
Yep, the link is pinned.
Okay, I'll go check it out later today. That's what's up.
But
Tamika.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I asked him about it. And when I talked to him about why it was important for him to not give in this time, unlike before. And he said he felt like Elgin in that moment was understanding of he didn't want to fall victim to Fromville anymore. And he also talked about like how his grandmother, and from when Elgin first got to Fromville, was her influence was very heavy on his heart. That's why him and Sarah always met like in the church. And so his religious background and him not wanting to be that person to fall victim to Fromville is what allowed him to be able to resist Sophia this time around. Even if it cost him his life, he didn't want to be under any entity's control anymore from Fromville. So I feel like I didn't like Elgin the whole time he was in Fromville, but this was an honorable death. And sometimes that's all you have is how you come out of here. And this was the only time I was ever proud of Elgin. And that he, unlike Clara over here, who when I hope her death come, I hope it's good and slow, because she's selfish. In this moment, he chose to protect the people in the town, and I applaud him for that.
That's what's up. Yeah, I got a poll up. Everybody type in the chat. Type a 1 if you think that Elgin made the right decision, and type a 2 if you think that he made the wrong decision, that he should have, took the other way out. Let me know in the chat. Tamika, how's you feeling about Elgin? Does he get a redemption?
Yeah, I agree with Kay. Like, I was kind of interested in Elgin character when he first came because he came in having dreams on the bus and all of that before they even got there, and I thought like those was gonna come in handy in some kind of way. Then we end up with the kimono lady and all this other stuff, and I was like, Elgin, okay, you doing too damn much. But I respected the fact that he was like, you know what, I'm gonna get taken out either way. At this point, I'm going back to what grandma told me. I'm about to plead the blood on you because no, ma'am, I'm not joining you in your freaking cult. So I respected it. Now I ain't gonna lie, when Clara stepped in front of his way and he just stood there, I was like, Elder, she ain't got no damn power. Like, we gonna go anyway, tackle her ass down. Like, I still wanted him to push her out the way. But I was satisfied with him being like, no, I ain't got it to do, girl. Go ahead and take me out. I'm not joining you.
That's funny. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that, because that's the first thing I thought about. I said, Elgin. I said, boy, you look like you can, like, you play football in the real world. If you don't sit up there, if you don't tackle her down and keep it pushing, ain't no way in the world I would have ever let her stood in the way. Yeah. Shout out to Matthew Wilson with the $2 super chat. Elgin death saved the town. Still a big dummy though. Matthew. But I do agree. That was dumb on the picture part, and I hate that for him. I hate that he wasn't putting 1 and 1 together, 2 and 2, and 3 and 3, and 4 and 4. Elgin was just he wasn't thinking. Tika Dushi, what are your thoughts over Elgin? Does he get a redemption in your book?
Yeah, he definitely does get a redemption. It's a classic. Now this whole show is giving me and not to turn it religious, but it's giving me the God versus devil, right? It's like good versus evil, or the evil versus more evil. Like, this is what it's giving me. And so Elgin, he had to choose, and I'm glad he kind of went back to the roots of his grandmother teaching him those Bible verses and taking him, back and forth to church on those Sundays when they would meet up. And he somebody said in the chat that they think that his prayer made the sun come back up. I feel like it did too. I could be off, but I feel like him praying literally made the sun come up, because as soon as he said that prayer, the sun literally came back out. And they always mess with the weak-minded, what they call the weak and the feeble-minded. This is who the devil, I was about to call her the devil, Sophia, man in yellow. This is who, and go figure, I got on yellow today. This is who they're messing with, people with the weakest minds. But thankfully at this moment, this is the strongest moment. So kudos to Elgin. You get a free pass. Your soul can now enter into the gates of heaven, because y'all at this point are in the in-between.
Okay, that part. Dang, you so silly. Elgin died an idiot's death. Leave it to Dane, yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Now Dane. Okay, how we know prayers don't work in from? They got a whole church building and everything. How you know?
It worked for the ones that believe. It worked for the ones that believe and haven't given up on their faith. Boy, keep hollering about God. I don't F with you like that. But whatever you got against me, don't take it out on nobody else. So I feel like it worked on whoever who really, really believes. And I feel like Elgin was a believer, a real believer.
Yeah, I felt that way too when I watched it again. Like, as soon as he finished his prayer, the sun did come back out.
I didn't pay attention, so but that's a good call out. I didn't even notice it. But listen, somebody tell Fatima to come get her son, because while he over here starting stuff, Marielle was just over here trying to be in La La Land. She ain't done nothing to nobody. She stay over here at the place. She only come out when needed. She been over here protecting the drugs and everything. But now Fatima's son decided that instead of him going with the rest of the folks, he want to go see his mama. He want to go see his mama, see what she up to, what she doing. She feel him coming. The little rumbles and the grumbles, happened, and therefore it knocked the talisman off the wall. She wasn't quick enough to get it, and here we are. Not only did we have, I don't think that's happened yet. Well, this is before that. So I was going to say not only did we had 2 deaths, but we had Elgin's death, which we talked about. And then we had another death. We had Marielle's death. She gone to the From upper room. I just kind of want to know y'all thoughts over this whole thing. Did anybody cry? It's so y'all can tell me if y'all cried.
Now you know
I
I'm
didn't
OG
cry.
Club G. I don't do all that.
I didn't cry, but I felt for what's her name there? My mind. Christy, yeah. She played the hell out that part though. I did feel bad for her. But you know, I think a lot of us was like, okay, now Kenny can still have a chance. But yeah, she definitely, you know, went all in with that scene. I felt bad for her. Like she tugged at my heartstring a little bit more than the actual act of Smiley getting Marielle.
Yeah. Now I didn't have no tears for this either. I was over there crying over on House of the Dragon, but I wasn't over here crying with this one.
I was just gonna say I almost cried a little bit when Rhaenyra was crying over Jace. A little bit more. I don't know. I thought that was just me. Okay.
Now, I didn't cry. I'll say my one critique of the show is that when we go back and forth so many times with some of the couples of them not like supporting each other or believing in each other, I feel like it causes a fracture in even because I feel like we still don't really know Marielle, right? We knew Marielle through Christy. But then when Christy's running around just the episode before, 2 episodes before, doubting Marielle, not listening to Marielle. So then I'm like, I believe she acted out. I'm not gonna say she didn't cry and she didn't act it out, but for the characters, I just was like, well, you weren't even really being supportive to her. Like that's the sad thing is she went out and y'all was still arguing over telling Fatima that she was dead. So I felt like that kind of made me not care quite as much.
Yeah, I could see that. And I kind of thought we was going somewhere else with Marielle too, just as far as her character. But I was like, okay, girl. You are out of here.
I felt bad for Marielle because, like, what's the point in allowing her to beat a drug addiction, meet up with her wife all over again after being separated, only to take her out? So, and then, like someone mentioned, her and Christy not on good terms, and so now Christy is gonna have to live with the guilt of maybe I should have listened to her, or oh, I should have talked different to her, or I should have been nicer to her. Because literally, she had literally just got through sunning her, like stay in your lane. I'm the doctor, you the cleanup person.
Right.
Like, so now she's going to have to somewhat live with the guilt of not saying the kindest thing to her before she really went out there into those woods. So I didn't cry, but I did feel, feel a little. I got a little choked up right here, just a little bit.
Felt a little something.
Quiet as it's kept. If they had listened to Marielle and had went ahead and talked to Fatima, she maybe could have reckoned with the fact that she was changing. And she could have acted a little bit sooner because she kind of did want to help. She was saying that, to even to Ellis, and everybody was like, "Oh, like no, this is dangerous." And if they would have told all of them, it's dangerous, but she's dead already, y'all. She dead. Her heartbeat is at 19. So at this point, we don't know how to fix that. Best thing for her is for us to use her as a little siren, a little beacon, figure out where the monster is. And then when she first clocked Smiley, she could have went ahead and said, "Oh, yo, Smiley's coming," instead of paralyzed in fear. So I feel like low-key, like Christy sunning her really messed up Fatima being able to help maybe a little bit sooner.
Yeah. That's valid. So here we are, and now Marielle is gone, and like you said, we really didn't know a whole lot about her. That's why I said all she did was sit up in that hospital and guard them drugs. Okay, that's it. But yeah, so here we are. Christy's heartbroken. When Boy come in there, though, it did give me a little bit. I didn't cry because I'm a soldier. What was it? I'm hard. Okay. I didn't cry, but I did choke up a little bit. I said, "Oh, dang, Christy, you did that." I don't know what the real actress name is. I was like, "Oh, okay, girl, you did that one," because I felt like you was really hurt. Like I felt like she was really, really torn up. So
And
yeah.
Boyd coming in there, okay. You know he gonna give you that okay. I did feel for her though.
Boyd always he good for okay. Listen, see, this is what Ellis is supposed to be the comforter, but Ellis, for some reason, wasn't playing his role for this moment because Ellis is supposed to be the one giving out hugs and stuff and making sure people have a shoulder to lean on. This is his position. Don't laugh, Kay. That is his job and his position. But for some reason, he didn't play his role this particular go around. So I don't know.
That's because he was trying to settle into a new role because he said y'all keep talking about him because he said I'm trying to be I'm gonna be a G this go around. I'm trying to show y'all.
Nah, don't do me like that.
Over there talking about you ain't just because you ain't have no tears for Mario, that don't mean your tears don't be falling. You be the first one.
That part.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Ain't nobody else cry at that part. No, that was just you.
Right.
Listen, I don't know what y'all talking about. Listen, let's talk about the lightning in the sky. So we had a moment where there was lightning in the sky, which I'm attributing everything to the doggone bottle, like the bottle tree. Everything is the bottle tree at this point because y'all shouldn't have moved the doggone bottle tree, like Victor said. And now there's all sorts of stuff happening. And it's just weird things going around and around. But again, bottle tree taken down. Now we got it comes straight from where the doggone tree was. Like the lightning comes straight up out of there and everything is just going off while Christy is in the middle of her mourning. And I'm just like, let Christy mourn before we have to do all of this. Can we just give her a few more minutes, please? But no, Fromville said, hell no. And this is where we at. Am I on a limb here with it's the bottle tree? All of this is a direct relation to the bottle tree. Does anybody have anything different? Okay, so we all believe it's the bottle tree.
I feel like it's a little bit.
Is that part of your theory, or are you trying to?
Yeah, it's kind of like
okay,
it's like a little
okay.
bit part of my theory. Oh, but I did want to say this one thing about Smiley there, that it's real. It's funny that how he tiptoed his ass in there to my hey mom, and
walked his ass right on out.
And it's almost like he respected Fatima's authority almost as his mom, because when she yelled back at him, he was just like almost like okay then, like he didn't even try to like come at her or fight her back on anything. Like he literally just turned around and like left. And I'm like, I feel like maybe that was the moment where she was just like, okay, so he can't, if I don't want him to hurt me, he's not going to. So maybe I can be, maybe they'll hurt everybody else, but they can't touch me, is what made her want to go down there into them tunnels. Because he literally just wasn't like, oh, okay, you want to take it there, then what's up then? He was just like, okay, mom. Almost like this is interesting.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I felt like when she yelled out that was some type of command. That's how I took it. I know other people were saying when he said interesting that he was like, oh yeah, she's turning into a monster. And that could be, but it came more across to me like if she was giving him a command and it's like, oh shit, okay, she my mama, I gotta listen, because he sure enough did turn around, and it seemed like it was like, oh, that wasn't on my bingo card, like if he didn't even expect that. And then he just went on about his business because he didn't even bother Christy and them when they was walking up. So I took it that way, but a lot of people was like, no, he just was like interesting because he sees that she's turning into a monster. I'm like, maybe, but that's how it came across to me.
I took it like he didn't know, like that was something new, like he didn't know that was gonna happen, and like, oh shoot, that just happened. And then we know that she low-key can kind of control him in some way, form, or fashion too. So, but I think it kind of caught him off guard. But I don't know. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think he went specifically to that house or that hospital, makeshift hospital, because he knew she was in there, number one. And number two, I just feel like he was testing her to see what else she could do, to see, just to feel like, okay, oh, we got another one coming our way. Just to, for me, that's what I thought, just to see what it is that she can do. And because he walked past a dozen places, but he made his way to the colony house.
Right.
So I mean, to the hospital.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the next season, so we can see how these two interact at this point.
Okay, that part. Listen, the kids is devastated because they mama didn't come back with the van, and Ethan said he about to, like, everybody gonna die and he about to be here by himself. Ethan said this stuff is getting real right now. Like, I'm about to be here by myself. And low key, like, I feel Ethan. Like, I probably would be the same exact way. Like, all of this stuff is happening. Is it time for me to be by myself? Because, at least I feel like he about to be Victor reincarnated. I feel like this how they gonna end from, y'all. Everybody gonna die. I may not get my new cast because clearly it's gonna be the last season this next season, so I'm not gonna get my new cast. But they might can bring them in at the very end, like just bring in this new set of people or something. But we know it ain't gonna work like that. But what I do feel like is gonna happen is that everybody's gonna die and Ethan's gonna be there by himself, and that's how it's gonna end. Like, Ethan's just gonna be there by himself. Po baby, po stink. Okay, thoughts over. Ethan say, listen, everybody about to get up out of here and I'm about to be alone. Do you think he has a valid point?
I said, now Ethan, y'all act like she ain't never left y'all before. When has her ass? Because she came back for a week, and that's it. That wasn't the norm for her to be at the house sitting at the damn dinner table. Her or the dad. As much as they kept leaving them kids, they should have been used to it. That's all they've been doing is leaving them kids. Okay, Julie, you should have known you was gonna end up with Ethan. You've been raising them this whole time anyway. So I don't know why they were sitting there acting like this was the new thing. Like, she wouldn't come. She didn't play. Number one, I don't even think she planned to come back. Number two, it ain't like she had already planned to leave y'all earlier in the season with Donna. She was leaving y'all. She left y'all anyway when she went to the damn. But Tabitha been like, F them kids. I don't know why y'all acting like this is anything new. Please calm down. If anything, y'all should have been sad that Jade didn't come back, because Jade is the one that's always been there. This is a new behavior for Jade not to come back, not Tabitha.
Listen, I was trying not to do the shenanigans with you today. I was trying my hardest to stay very serious and stay on task and on point. So I'm not even going to engage. But you're right, though. But you're right. Because why? Okay, I'm not going to do it, though. Quanta, any thoughts before I move on?
One, sweet little baby boy. I need them to give him some extra lines before they get to the part that they need to have on camera. Because every time he has to do a scene, it takes him about half the scene before the acting kicks in and I believe what he's saying. He was like, what's going on? And then face not moving. He's like, I'm gonna be and then finally by like 10, 15 seconds, and then it kicked in. And I was like, okay, there go the tears. Now I believe you, baby. They just need to give him a little bit more extra cushion so he could get warmed up in it. Because he was
took him a while to rev the engine up a little bit, had to get it going.
That's so bad, because if his mama would have let his big brother Victor finish the little survival lesson, he wouldn't be so scared, because he would know that he could handle it. He's still sitting here trying to wonder what the third rule was. He don't know and we don't know.
Okay, none of us know.
And then just for her to turn around and leave him. If you knew you was gonna leave, you should have let him finish the survival lesson. So I feel bad. I feel bad for Ethan. I don't know why Julie lying to that boy, talking about something. You're not gonna be alone. Girl, you gonna be there with Randall in 2 seconds anyway.
I hope this is the motivation for her to get back to story walking, because it pissed me off this whole last ending half of it with her.
That part.
bull crapping around, and I kept saying, "What's gonna make her story walk again?" Maybe that's gonna be the inspiration because season 5, she got to be walking everywhere, popping up through everywhere she need to pop up through. Okay.
Okay, not the nonfiction said Tabitha a bad mother in every life she lived. God dang, Tabitha.
And then she's
Every day
sitting there holding
miracle.
the skull, reminiscing over the girl, but
Over how you about to mess up again, just like you did the last few cycles.
Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise, listen. It is what it is, but let's move on to the real ops. The ops was opping this episode, y'all. Sophia said, look, I'm about to take this up a whole nother notch. And that's why y'all don't believe me, but I'm telling y'all, everybody's gonna die. Y'all don't believe me, but I promise y'all, everybody's gonna die. It's just I got a feeling. She done took all the talisman, y'all, like all of them. They got her little minion to go help her take all the talisman. She just walking up in these places. Ain't nobody got no awareness. I don't understand how we got all these people. Don't nobody see nothing. Now, I understand the ones that were empty, but in the Colony house, some of these places, come on, don't nobody see her doing nothing, like nothing.
that's
but anyway,
what's pissing me off.
She done took all the talisman, so that's where we at. She done threatened Clara, and she done threatened Elle. She's just running around threatening everybody, and she's like, well, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. She's running around threatening Elgin. Clara, she got her wrapped around her little finger, and now she did exactly what I thought she was going to do from the beginning, which was end game was going to be take those talisman. Remember I don't know what episode that was, y'all, but remember when we talked about the fact that we was like, why y'all telling her about them dang on talisman? And then even though some people say she already know about it, I felt like it was a revelation to me. Like I felt like maybe she did not know about it, but it felt like she didn't know, and it felt like they told her something and then she acted on it. That's what it felt like to me, but I don't know. But the ops is opping. Y'all can talk about anything that has to do with Sophia and her little minion Claire here. Any thoughts on next season? Anything to do with this episode? She really wasn't doing a whole lot, but yet she was. It's funny because she wasn't, but she was. So there's that. Tikadushi.
Yeah, she got all the talisman except for the one that was in the makeshift hospital. I don't unless I missed her walking in there, but if y'all can remember when the building started shaking, the talisman fell, Marielle was trying to get it from under the chair, and that's when Smiley walked into there, so they got distracted by Smiley and never was able to put that talisman back up. I just don't remember seeing Sophia Yellow go in there and get that talisman. Yeah, she took a dozen of them from all the other places, but I feel like if they want to be protected, they need to run to the hospital at this point, because that's where I saw the last talisman. And then at the end of the day, they've taken down this tree, so I don't know how effective this talisman is going to be. This one last talisman, is it going to shake the building again? Is the tree going to cause everything to shake the building, or are they going to be able to, put the talisman up and hold it sturdy? Is the tree gonna start causing a whole bunch of other different chaos? Is it gonna flood the place? Because we saw it rain one time, and then it got really, really cold, so it's gonna start that all over again. The op is the op, and I just hope that on the next season, Clara can go on and kick dust, kick boots. Word on the street, she been here before anyway, so she back. In some shape, form, or fashion. I don't know. But yeah, that's just my thought. The two devils, and then we see at the end. I don't know if you're gonna talk about when they get to the boy in the white and Sophia. Okay, I'll skip that. I'll wait till you get to that part. But yeah.
So now this is my theory, Tika, I don't know if I heard theory. This was my thought process on the other talisman. We know that she sent Claire on a mission too. Like she was getting some and she was getting some. So my thought process was that Clara went and got the other ones off camera that we didn't see, is how I was thinking about it. But that would be great if that actually didn't happen that way, and that those are still there.
Yeah,
that's what I was
She did come back
assuming.
with a bag of a couple of them. So
yeah, she came with a bag too, because I'm like, they were supposed to have one downstairs in the colony house by that door, which I don't know what we needed to go through that damn door for, because we never did nothing with that. But it was still supposed to be one down there too. I'm like, at least let it be one where everybody could kind of surround together in season 5, even if they all have to be in one place. Clara, of course, ain't got the sense that God gave Roach. She ain't gonna keep one inside because she thinks she about to walk up out of here with her dumb ass. So I hope
that's what I was saying. Why her stupid ass didn't keep one for herself?
I would have.
Yeah.
She didn't, because she thought she gave her every last one of them.
Right.
Ain't got one for herself. Don't like she's untouchable to the monster. She gonna find out.
Okay.
The only thing I can hope is that if she didn't get the one that's in the basement at Colony House, then at the bare minimum, if the people who are at Colony House run down into the basement and they close the basement door, then they'll be able to be safe inside the basement, because that's basically how Ellis and Fatima were able to stay safe during the Colony House massacre. All she did was close that one door, and they were just in the little vestibule area, and they were able to be safe. So I'm hoping that that's going to help them. We see, the only reason why it didn't work out for Fatima and Marielle is because she couldn't get that door closed. Put it up on the wall, fast enough or whatever.
Yeah, because he was moving quick. I said, now you've been moving slow all this time, and all of a sudden you want to speed up. Sit down somewhere, Smiley. Anybody else have any thoughts over the ops before we move on?
I was just so annoyed that nobody was noticing her skipping through this damn town. Ugh. It is what it is.
That part right
there. I am wondering about her showing Clara her eyes, because we know that the man in yellow was the voice on the radio, and so we know that the man in yellow was able to communicate with several people and mess with their minds, Sarah and others, without seeing them. So it makes me wonder, was there another form? Was it Tilly? What was it at one point? Was there another form? Because why did she feel the need to show her eyes and have her eyes go all dark and everything for her to be like, yeah, you don't remember we met before, we talked before, we made a deal, And I'm wondering if her giving the blood and doing that ritual means that she'll be able to control Clara's body, or if that blood ritual is how the man in yellow takes another form. So like if at one point Sophia from the past, if they did a little blood ritual, and that's how, like, he has to have some kind of ritual so that when he comes back later, he can take over that person's body.
Yeah, which clearly means that Clara's not getting out. So
exactly.
But I think she says she takes the form of the people that's there. I mean, technically Clara gonna die, we know that. So she'll definitely be able to take her form then. And I believe she told her to get rid of Elgin's body. So I'm even wondering in season 5, is she gonna be Elgin's form at any point? I'm curious.
That could be interesting right there for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of things that could go down. I had a comment somewhere that I was gonna, but I can't remember what it was. It may come back to me later. Anyway, Tabitha and Jade. So we know Tabitha and Jade, they got the bones, then they got caught up in the thing, couldn't get out. Was this an intimate moment? Was this gonna be a little more, like, because it was giving like we might get together to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. But I did feel like they had a little moment of connection there. And then they were able to get the little signal out. Sarah said, shut the hell up because y'all not listening, okay? Y'all don't hear this? See, Sarah is always coming through in clutch. And this is why I think that Sarah should always be around. They can say what they want about Sarah, but Sarah is the one that's always coming through. Okay, I like Sarah. And so that's how they were even able to find them. They get down in the tunnels and they're able to get them out. Boyd comes up with a clever idea after, I ain't gonna say it because I said I was not gonna have any Ellis slander. So never mind. Boyd comes up with the bright idea to shoot the poles and knock them over and get them out. And all I could think about was, oh my God, like I can't be in them situations right there, because y'all see how tiny them damn things was. I was like, hell no. See, I would be that. No, and no. In my mind, like I'm always thinking about, like, if I was in a situation like this, how would I get through this? Like, how, I just feel like it. No. So anyway, y'all, they ended up getting the people out. They end up getting the people out, and then of course we have the moment, and we'll talk about that moment here in just a second. I do want to just hear y'all thoughts over Tabitha and Jade and how y'all felt about them. Like, reading too much into this or not reading enough into this?
I didn't see no intimacy. I saw them aggravating me because they was talking too much and not doing enough digging and trying to get out of there. And then her stopping, like she said, use the bones to dig out, and she stops and is holding the skull, looking at it and having a flashback, uncooey. And it's like, oh, this is me and your little daughter. This is our baby girl. Girl, no. I was so freaking irritated. I didn't notice that the first time around. When I was rewatching it, I'm like, not you sitting there like reminiscing, holding the damn skull. We ain't got time for this, Tabitha. I was so annoyed.
Exactly. We don't have time for that. Y'all cried for that child in one of the other cycles now. We just use the damn skull and dig, okay? We don't have time for a sentimental moment at this point, because especially the way she was hot and cold with Jade. Like someone was just like, yeah, Jade, let's figure it out. Let's put this together. No, we don't need to tell anybody. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't know if it's real. Oh, you know what, Jade? Let's do this together. I think it should be me and you. No, I don't want to do none of that. I ain't trying to do none of that. I don't even know if I would have went down there with her, because at any point in time she could have flipped the switch again and been like, you know what, Jade, I think I want to go home. I don't think I want to do your plan. I don't know how he trusted her enough. I guess because I don't know, he was married to her, but I wouldn't trusted Tabitha enough to have been down there in the tunnels with her, because she switches off and cold with him way too much for me. I don't know. I don't care for the way that she treats Jade.
I mean, okay. Jade was like, I lied. Okay, girl, I lied.
He did say that. I lied. That ain't even true. I said, Jade, not you done lied about the bones. But we knew it wasn't true. We knew that Jade just make this stuff up as he go. But
he was just putting two together. I wouldn't call it, a straight out. He was trying to make it make sense. He was trying to make it make sense and put it together. I mean, we don't definitely know if it's a lie yet.
He was definitely lying.
He was definitely lying.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Okay. Period.
Okay. Anybody have any other thoughts over Jade and Tabitha? They wasn't doing much but sitting there behind in that thing, and she was working my damn nerves too, girl. You keep talking about dig, and you gonna stop to reminisce. Girl, stop. Dig.
Tabitha stayed getting on my nerves, and it didn't help that I did a rewatch, because y'all remember when they figured out about the cycles and that it was their daughter, and then she was like, no, I can't do it, and she ran off and she got Jim killed. She always doing that. Now either you're gonna be all in on the plan, heifer, or you're gonna sit your behind at home.
Exactly what I'm saying.
If you're gonna be all in on the plan, you can't stop in the middle and say, no, this is too much. No, or what you doing all the talking, the monsters is outside the tarp looking at you, and you running your mouth, not even whispering. I was like, I would have slapped her in the mouth and said, shut up and get these bones, chick. They could have been out of there.
Okay. She just sitting up there and doing all the talking. Lord have mercy. But anyway, y'all, we got to get to another major part in the episode. Y'all been saying it and y'all been saying it. Somebody said she was a zombie. Somebody said she turned to a monster. Like, she's something. She ain't exactly one of them monsters, that we know of, because we don't know how they evolve. We don't know if they start out a way and then evolve into what they are. And she also, we don't know if there's ever been anybody else who has turned into monsters. I mean, this really is new territory. We really don't know a lot as it relates to what Fatima is going through. Will she stay like this in the sense of, will she still be able to be like them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, still be on their side? Will she be able to help them? Or will she turn into one of these full monsters or not? Like, honestly, I don't know, y'all. And I have a ton of questions around that. But she does let Boyd know, because Boyd is like, I'm gonna go down here by myself. Y'all, I'm about to go down here and get them. And then they're just like, look, how you gonna see? Okay, he said, how you gonna carry them out? How you gonna carry them out? You gonna need somebody to help you. See what I'm saying? Ellis was being useful in this episode, trying to make sure that he was there to help his pops out. Okay, don't give me that look. This is what Ellis was trying to do in this episode. Okay, he was playing his role, and he did so.
How was Ellis getting through the bars? What he was doing when they were trying to get through the bars?
I don't remember that part. I remember, but I don't remember. I have what you got it when when you remember some stuff, you don't remember other stuff.
The selective memory. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have selective memory right now. So anywho, as to what I was saying is that, so yeah, Ellis was like, look, I'm gonna go down there with you, Pops, because we in this together. We're about to go down here. We're about to get Jade and Tabitha. But then his girl was like, look, I can feel them, Boyd. Like, I know. And so now Boyd knows this, and they go up in here, and she leads them to them. They get them out and everything. But the monsters get there, and she say, look, remember me like I was. Remember who I was. Remember me. I don't remember her exact words, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. She said, remember her. And then next thing you know, she turned into this monster, and Ella's trying to run back over there. I said, Ella, you don't run.
Get your ass out of here.
I ain't gonna say what I was, don't say. We a mixed company. But I was like, boy, run. Gone. Okay, leave. And be done with it. But Ella said, no, he about to go get his girl. Like, sorry, she gone. What are y'all thoughts over how this kind of transpired? And I guess we can save our theories for later about this, or you know, whatever you want to speak on this right here. I'm gonna start with you, Quana.
I mean, we knew that this was coming, you know, RIP kind of sorted to Fatima, because we've been talking about it, that she was going to turn into a zombie. Basically, that's what she is. I do think there's a chance that she's going to remember herself a little bit, because the people say go back and look at episode 7. I was looking at the episode 7 with the girl who came in and started the little massacre. She was staring at herself in the mirror, and then remembering Smiley trying to pretend like he was driving the bus, having flashbacks. So I definitely think if they have at least some memories of how they may have been, their personality, then I think she's going to remember a little bit. And also, I kept thinking, maybe because they got married in Fromville, maybe their vows that they did will help her keep her humanity a little bit. Between that and the golem, she got a shot. You know, she got a shot. Anything can happen.
Okay, listen, I'm here for it. I would be okay if this was like a loophole, because like I said, this is something that they haven't seen before. They ain't never made it this far before, you know, that we are aware of, because I mean, they're making it sound like, okay, the boy in white made it sound like they done got a little bit further than they did before. We might have a chance here. Think your thoughts over, you know, how Fatima went full monster on them.
Okay, just real quick for the record, Ellis did try to help knock down the sticks that was in those rocks. He did pick up another rock and try to bang it, but it wasn't.
You know what? You're right.
So his daddy moved. So he moved out the way, and he let his daddy pop off, and then that's when he cracked. So I'm just saying, in defense of Ellis, I'm just saying that man tried a little bit. He tried.
He
Okay.
throw rocks at
He
bars.
he hit it. He hit it. He took it and he was banging it like they were on the Flintstones. That's what he was doing. He did something. Y'all say some people were saying he didn't do anything. He did something. He got his hands a little dirty. I'm just here to justify and clarify what Ellis, did do.
Thank
With
you,
that being
Tika.
said, with that being said, listen, poor Ellis, poor Fatima, because not only has she, when we first saw her do the little scream thing at Smiley, she wasn't transformed into this monster. And now that she's in front of these other things, now she's full on transformed, stuff coming out her mouth and everything. Um, Fatima, stay on down there with your new family. We'll say hi from the window. I don't know what else to do for you, baby. I don't know if she can like turn it off and on. Like she only gets into that position or into that shape shift, I should call it maybe, when she's in front of other monsters. And when she's in front of the normal people, if she can look like her normal self. So I don't know. I feel sorry for both him and her.
Okay. Okay, girl. Tamika.
I am really trying to have faith and hope and love because I feel like that's what we met Fatima with her having. And this was like one of her biggest nightmares, the thought of turning into one of these damn monsters. And when she was like, do y'all think I'm turning into one of these things? And they was like, no. But I feel like the Golem is a symbol, baby, and it's gonna come through. It's not gonna literally be walking around. People kept saying, well, we didn't see the Golem do anything. I don't think we were. I didn't think we were. And I didn't really want to see it because I was like, how the hell is this thing moving with the way it was looking and no arms? But that's a whole nother story. I think it's more of a symbol, and I think that Fatima is not going to be like these other monsters. Yeah, she is a type of monster, but I think she's a different one they never seen before, and she going to be coming through because she got to come through because we ain't got them damn talisman and all that other stuff. So we need something. So please just let her be. That's what I'm hoping. I really don't want her to be out here outside the window like, hey, Ellis, laughing as a damn monster. But I feel like we in from, and that's a good possibility. But I am more leaning on the other side. I guess that's just wishful thinking that she gonna be able to turn this thing off and on and get these monsters together because it seemed like she has some kind of control over all of them down there and not just Smiley. And if we do that, then I could lean with it, roll with it, rock with it. Okay. But if we do the other one, then girl, I don't know.
Okay, listen, I'm not mad at that at all. Listen, Fatima would not be up in the colony house with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, she ain't gotta be
know.
in the house. We could leave her down wherever she was when she gave birth to Smiley before. We could take her back over there. Or that cabin or whatever.
Okay, put a little talisman up there, whatever we gotta do. But she's not coming. She don't even need it at this point.
Right.
Yeah, she's not coming back up in the house. But we still love her though. Kay. What say you?
Watch Ellis try to take his stupid ass down there next season. He gonna be down there looking for her next season. No, he can't protect his damn self. He know he can't protect himself, and he gonna try to take his dumb ass down there. But I don't blame him because see, I would be the one to invite Stack in if I was on center, so I can't blame him. I'd be done put myself in the line of danger too, all in the face of love. But
I
yeah,
agree
no,
with that one too. I agree.
I don't think that she's not gonna be like them, but she's not human either. Mm-hmm. So Ellis, you is there anybody else in Fromville that you might be interested in slightly because this marriage is over, sir? She's not alive. She's dead. Mm-hmm. Like you don't just like reverse being dead and then be you could be undead but not like alive. Like she's not alive. You can't go from dead and undead and be back alive. Like she's gone. The Fatima we know, she's done for. She's been the subject of blood magic. You don't just put that back in reverse. Like she's gone. So yeah. I don't know if she's going to be full on how they are, but she is not human and she should probably not be amongst the living. since she want to be down there, and it don't look like they're gonna hurt her. So I mean, you know, if she gonna be the pack leader, like be the pack leader, then Fatima. I mean, they're gonna listen to you. Like if you go, I mean, can you give commands? Are you gonna be able to tell them how to move and be like, hey, my man up there, so I don't need y'all going up there messing with him. Like I'm like, you know, I'm the top dog around here these days. Like y'all heard what I'm saying. Like, I mean, can she be in charge of everybody now? I don't know. And is Smiley gonna have her back and be like, yeah, that's my mom. Y'all heard what she said. If she said, don't go over there messing with my daddy, don't do it. Or can she be like Intel and be like, y'all, okay, I know what's going on. I know who they moving. So I'm about to come and tell y'all what they doing. But I can't stay. I mean, she could use this ability. If she can do, you know, she can switch it on and switch it off. Let's use it, be a mole or be a leader. But don't be trying to come back above ground. Like I think that part of her human life is over. So yeah. So who's gonna hug Ellis next season?
I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him. Listen, Fatima could lead them out during the nighttime, since those things won't, like, it's not like they're willing to fight her or like mess with her. Maybe she could be the new tour guide and guide them on up out of Fromville.
Listen, they got some stuff in the chat, y'all. Y'all gotta be rolling through this chat. They came up with some stuff. I'm not even mad at it. Some stuff I ain't never even thought of, but y'all know I don't be thinking too far ahead like that. But they got some stuff. And y'all are wild for that whole golem action. I don't know which one of that was. Sound like some dang foolishness, but y'all crazy.
You know, did Julie ever get her kiss?
I don't think she wanted now.
I was just gonna say, I don't think she wanted no more.
No, she never got her kiss. That's sad. She gonna be so heartbroken because she was wanting to get a kiss from Fatima.
Girl,
Fatima don't want her that stiff ass wig.
Okay,
Randall don't want her that damn stiff ass wig.
Girl, that wig was throwing me. That wig has been
They don't want it.
That poor wig.
She like only 17. How old is Julie?
Ooh. But I know when she came in there, she shouldn't have been staying down there at the Colony House.
Right. Old enough to be Ethan's legal guardian at this point, because trying to rely on his parents is useless.
And may Jim rest in peace. Listen, y'all, when the episode ended, we finally got an answer to a question that has been brewing. I feel like a lot of people didn't know exactly where the boy in white aligned, because while he seems to be useful, I meant to say useful, not useless. Useful at times, he also is useless at times. You know, like there are times when we're just like, won't you just tell them? Won't you just say it? Like, I think even some of the characters have said it. Like, won't you tell the boy in white to just tell us what it is? Like, just give us the answer. And so you didn't know exactly what side he was on. There was some times where we saw him. He started to look different. He started out as this little innocent little boy. Then he grows older and older, and he started looking angry. Like, I didn't know which side he was on sometimes, like real talk. But now we know that he truly is on the side of the people. He really does want to see this all end. And he believes that like they got further than they've gotten before. Like he's really trusting and believing in this. But the fact that he and Sophia are, you know, that they know each other, that they walking together, having this conversation together as she's throwing the talisman. I'm like, sir, grab them talismans and take off running or something. Do something. Help the people out. I don't know, y'all, but you know, here we are. Did y'all expect it to end like this with these two meeting up and having this conversation? Tamika, Kwana, okay.
Girl, I did not expect this. One on the bingo card, one on the tic-tac-toe book, one on none of that. At this point though, it's a game, and I think he's in on the game. I keep referring back to this biblical passage of when God was testing Job, the devil was doing everything, throwing everything that he could at Job to test his faith, and Job never turned his back on God. But God couldn't touch or help anything. God couldn't help Job at all. So he had to figure everything out. He had to do it on his own to get back to who he once was, right? So these two entities are, for me, I feel like they're playing the game. And he might come with bits and pieces, little bitty clues, but no, again, he can't help them. He can't give them the full answers. It's like they got to figure it out for themselves. But he can go too, because it's like he both of them got a whole. It's just a game to me. It's a whole game. They messing with people's lives.
Okay. Tamika, you back?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that was the first thing I thought about when this episode ended. I was like, wait a minute, because I know a lot of people have been calling him evil this whole time, and I never looked at him as evil. I thought he was good, or at least neutral. I wasn't expecting them to be like, oh, well, hey, long time no see, you growing up and having little casual conversations. But yeah, I'm right where Tika's at. Like, as soon as I saw that part, I thought about Job in the Bible. That's one of my favorite books to read in the Bible. My go-to when I'm going through hard times. And I definitely was giving me like God and the devil making this bet and saying you ain't. And of course, we dealing with more than one person in this situation, but you know, him kind of saying they've gotten further than they ever have, and they got them bones now. I don't know. I think they may be able to make their way. And her just being like, we shall see, while she throwing them damn talisman down the tree. So it seemed like he rooting for them, but it's also aggravating. I'm assuming that he can't interact with it in certain ways. He got to just see and let it play out. And I don't think he has as much powers as she have. You know, maybe he have to use his in a different way or whatever. I'm not too sure, but that's definitely like the first thought that came to my mind. And I was like, y'all really over here betting and playing damn games. And it also is kind of similar to the Men in Black. And I forget what the other one name is. And Lost too. It was giving me a little bit about that. But that definitely was the first thing that came to my mind. So okay. I don't know, child. Where we going with this?
Kwana, thoughts?
Yeah, I wasn't. I was okay. I'm not gonna say I wasn't surprised. I was surprised, but it made sense once we saw what Sophia's plan was with the talisman, because we do know that all of this has been a cycle, and so it kind of makes sense, especially once we got when Julie first started story walking, and we found out she was the one who threw the rope down to Boyd. So it was kind of a full circle moment in that, because we get to see how some of the things maybe ended up where they were at the beginning, maybe not the same way, but kind of the same way. And I don't know, it's weird because I'm still seeing people online saying that the boy in white is a bad guy, is evil. And I'm like, they're definitely supposed to be on opposite sides of whatever this is. And we definitely know Sophia ain't got no good in her. So I don't know why people are thinking boy in white is evil. And I do think that people are assuming that they're the same type of entity. But whatever kind of shapeshifter Sophia is, people can touch her. She's been wearing that wrist brace. She breaks things. She has bones. The boy in white, to my knowledge, I don't think that he has like a corporeal form. I think that he's still kind of a spirit. So there's things that I think he can't do in the way that she can do them, because she can walk around and interact with everybody, versus he can only appear to like a select few, I think. And I think there is some truth, or at least in his mindset, to what he said when he said he tried to tell Christopher and it broke him. And so from there on, he's like, no, you have to, I have to let you kind of come to the determination on your own. And to be truthful, something nobody believes them, despite the fact that they done all been here 10,000 however long. Somebody comes back, oh, I had a vision, oh, this person spoke to me, oh, I heard voices. Like, that's not possible. But Ninja, you was just hearing voices. What you That's not possible. So I do think there's some validity in what he's saying, even though I don't like it. I wish he could do more, but I do understand it, especially because this group is hard-headed. They hard-headed. That's just it.
Yeah, I agree. They are definitely something. Kay, everybody want to know everything. Kay, your final thoughts?
I don't think that we thought that the boy in white and the man in yellow actually interacted. But we have to think that, they've been in these cycles for a while together. And that if the boy in white appeared to the man in yellow, it has to be out of desperate, like you're not going to get to these people like this time. Like, I've really been doing my best to help them. And I see what you're doing right now, but I don't think it's going to work this time. Like, maybe saying like these people, they different. They really going to stick it out. But we needed to be able to see that the boy in white has been truly trying to help in any way that he can help, and that they've been through this before, and that they're not friends. Because so many people has always been thinking the boy in white is an op as well. I never thought that, but he's not. And the show clearly just told everybody that he's not an op. He might not be able to help in the way that we would like him to help, but he's definitely not there to cause harm. And I think that now, look, when y'all be asking for the show to give y'all answers, they gave y'all answers, and some people still don't want to believe it. They just gave y'all the answer. Don't be worried about the boy in white trying to hurt nobody. He's not there to hurt nobody. Could he be a lot more helpful? Probably, but he's definitely not out here to hurt or to be on some Sophia type time.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I'm gonna read a couple of these comments, and then we're gonna get into theories, what y'all expect for next season and stuff, and we're gonna wrap this thing on up. If you have any theories, please drop them inside of the chat, please. I think that the mud monster she made is a big ass talisman. Listen, I'm here for it. How do y'all feel about the number 47? I don't know how to feel about the number 47. Anybody else feel a way about the number 47? I think he or she's gonna explain it later, but any thoughts?
Is that the number of people that got to be in Fromville at a given amount of time? The only thing I could think about it is that the place of Fromville, they have to have a certain amount of people there. Like, that's why when sometimes people like die off and they get like a new set of people, the only thing I can think of is that they like to have a certain amount of people there because they like for people to play certain roles while they're in Fromville. That's all I can think of about it.
Matthew said that he was starting to believe that the man in white was the man in yellow playing another game. That could have been interesting. I believe Tabitha is going to make brand new talismans next season. I don't think Tabitha is that. You know what? Dang said that. Never mind. I was just going to say I don't think Tabitha is going to be that crafty. Golems are guardians, protectors, and often become dangerous, destructive monsters. Fatima equals golem. Okay. Listen, as long as she keep on protecting and she can be whatever she want to be, as long as she don't turn into one of them things for real. What if the only way to get out of the town was at night and everybody's always in the town, is always in because the monsters are out? But what if that was the case? I mean, that's actually a good thought.
My daughter, she's 10 years old, and she asked me because she knows that I watch the show. And she said, what if the monsters weren't there? Could they get out at night? But they can't, but they don't know they can leave out at night because the monsters are blocking them. But what if they somehow got past the monsters and like whatever gate or portal is closed, it gets open at night, but nobody knows because the monsters are protecting it. And the 10-year-old mind of hers, because she be watching horror movies with me, that's what she thought of.
Okay, listen, might be a thing. Tilly had 4 kids, 7 grandchildren. The radio is on 47 people in the town. Oh, it was 47 people in the town, wasn't it? when they asked how many people were in this. I forgot about that. Look at you. See, y'all be thinking. I don't be thinking about
I feel like with like 47, but now we're down to possibly 3 with Fatima. So now we're down to 44 because it was 47 whenever they first realized Smiley was back and Boyd was sitting there counting bullets. Oh wait, that was even before. Was that before Roger? That was before Roger. They lost a whole lot of people since then. So that could be why time is moving so much faster as well. Maybe because they're losing so many people now, it could be winding down. So that is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody said the boy in white is probably Jade and Tabitha's son. And somebody said that people are going to die next season. Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah. The massacre is coming.
Everybody's dying. Damn it. Everybody's going.
The massacre is coming. Unless Julie can stop it and story walk and get help from Victor, but they want to bull crap, so.
Matthew said $25 is going to the panel member with the best theory. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to take myself on out of that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Stand.
Tika said, I ain't even got it in me. But listen, y'all, we're going to go ahead and move to the theories. We are going to go ahead and move to the theories. Our theories, or what do you think is just going to happen next season? It don't necessarily have to be like a big, theory. Just like, what are your thoughts over what's to come based off of where we were at? I'm gonna start with Tamika, Tika, Quana, then I'll go, and then we'll let Kay have the last go. As a matter of fact, I'll go after Tamika. Then we'll let Quana and Kay have the last go around because they be having the best theories. So Tamika, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start. Not that you don't have theories too, but
I ain't got no big theories. My theory is that I agree with the comment that said Fatima equals the golem. I'm going with that. I got faith that she's gonna be our protector as we come into season 5. I still stand by these pictures being important and us needing to look at these drawings to help us lead the way. Maybe that could help Julie bookmark stuff so she could get out here and do her damn story walking and stop bull crapping. Henry gotta go. What's her name? Carla. She should be the first one to get it as soon as we open up with season 5. I want to see her going. I don't know whether we get another car or bus or something coming in right now because we might wait till the end of the season for that because they do need to replace those people. But at the same time, now we literally almost at the end of this cycle, we turning up and stuff being crazy, so they may just wait till they end out in the massacre and everything else. I don't know which way they're going with that. But yeah, I think that she should be number 1 on the list. And I'm wondering if one of the times when Julie's story walks back, will she see Sophia and be able to be like, oh shit, bitch, it's you, and come back and tell them anything about it. Like, if it ain't none of that, then I don't want it. That's the only thing I can really think of right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might have to tie Ellis to the damn tree because I know I heard Kay say something about he gonna be going down there looking for about some years. Boy gonna have to tie him down.
Yeah, post stank. The boy in white is a lone survivor from the first cycle when the kids were sacrificed. He's a spirit. His soul is trapped in Fromville. That could very well be true. Tikadushi, final thoughts on what you believe could possibly happen or any major theories?
It's in my mind, or the best thing for them to do is take their ass back out there, pull that tree back up, and seal that thing back around, because nobody told them to open that in the first place. If they pulled it down, they could put it back up some kind of way. I need Patty to be gone. I'm sick of her hollering and screaming every time. Girl, you done seen these monsters 1,000,005 times. Let it go, or shoot yourself. I'm sorry. Okay, don't say that, Lord. I'm sorry. Pop yourself. She gotta go. I'm sick of her. She just
I don't know how I forgot about her. You right.
Yes. She in the way. Patty. Just shout out to my boy Ellis. If you need somebody, I'm here for you. Boyd is going through it. I like him sometimes young, but not that young. But Boyd is going through it. I'm pissed. And see, this is Christy's karma. And these aren't theories, these are just thoughts, okay? This is Christy's karma for not giving Boyd medicine when he asked her for something to help him calm down. So that's why Marielle had to get taken up out of there. That's her karma for lying to that man, saying that she didn't have anything in there to give him, right? So hey, what goes around comes around. Ethan,
She didn't.
I'm
She
so
was
sorry.
that medicine was for for Marielle when she was feeding.
It was so much more medicine in there. She could have gave him a shot of something, even if it was a pop of that morphine or a crushed pill or a placebo. Somebody said give him a placebo, make him think he's taking something. She didn't even want to give him that. So yeah, that's her karma. Boyd, yeah, I need Boyd I need him to center. Like I need him to center and focus. Once upon a time, he was able to maneuver, do all the things. Now all this stuff is happening to him, and it's just got him, haywire. And he need to just give, since they always talk about Ellis doesn't do anything, just turn the whole community over to Ellis. Let Ellis run it and see what his daddy had to go through. Let Ellis, give my boy Ellis a job. I'm just saying. Sophia in yellow is, I don't know if she's gonna shapeshift and turn into what's the fool name? Elgin. I don't know if she's gonna shapeshift and turn into him, because you gotta answer to where is Elgin. Like, even though Elgin, I mean, he stands out. He's very tall and one eye, so like he stands out. Somebody's gonna miss him. And maybe she may have to shapeshift into him. Clara, she can go. She on the list of people that can go after seeing that she was the mole. I'm big mad. Of course, the most unexpected individual. That's it. Fatima, baby, you move into the outhouse. You move into that place where you delivered your baby Smiley. Like, you can't, we love you, we appreciated you, we appreciated your good weed, but you can't stay amongst us. That's over with. So those are just my thoughts, no real theories, and I'm ready for the season to come back already.
Okay, that part. Boyd handshaking, seeing visions. I won't be surprised if last episode of the season he turns into a monster. I really hope that they do not do that to Boyd.
Parkinson's.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really would hope that wouldn't be the case, because he done went through all of this just to end up being one of those. He just need to go ahead and take one of them bullets and go. I done told y'all. Y'all already know. I ain't got to tell y'all no more. Y'all know. Quanta, listen, I ain't really got no theories or anything like that. Let me tell y'all what I'm excited to see. I just need to see a bunch of people go, because y'all think I'm playing with y'all, but I really think we're about to see everybody go. Okay, what was you just singing in the chat? Hey, push them to the edge. All my friends are dead. Yeah, everybody needs to go. Everybody's gonna die, and that's it. Ethan is going to be the lone survivor, and that's going to be it. And we're going to start the cycle all over again. And then we're going to get a new From spinoff, and it's going to be called something else. We'll figure out the title later. But that's what's going to happen. Those are my theories. Quanta, now let's get to the real theories. Quanta, what you got?
Okay, so definitely what Sophia was saying about her having lots of different things in play, right? She is trying to get the game to end faster so that she can win, right? That was one of the reasons why I think that she targeted Henry, because I feel like Henry is really pivotal in all of this, because he's the key to kind of like the cycle still being in continuation. And it should have passed on to the next boy, which was Ethan. So they got to get Victor up out of here. And that means that's good on our end, because it means Victor is still in play. So, and I feel like Victor is going to be pivotal in whatever the ceremony is that they're going to have to do to put them kids to rest. I don't know. Donna is moving a little sus. She's moving a little like Clara, doing some of the things that Clara was doing in the past that set her up to be the mole. So possibly Donna as a potential mole. Plus, we still don't know what happened to Donna when she had her heart attack and she died. And I don't like that. So I feel like they didn't tell us that for a reason. I feel like that's, we definitely are getting Julie, I think, story walking next season, because we still have to come back to her finding her dad. With at the beginning of the season, when she story walked and ran into the man in yellow and was like, "Oh, you again," whatever. So that's definitely, I think, coming around, and I think this is the motivation for it. And hopefully she'll realize, okay, my theory. So Victor has been saying that he draws memories of things that he's seen, and it helps him to forget it. But there were definitely things that Victor was drawing that he had not seen, and they never really have addressed it. There were times when when they first got there, and Ethan was having his vision and he was having his dream, and he woke up and he talked about seeing the spiders, and we were there. Victor had not seen them. Victor did not know them. Victor had not encountered the four of them yet because him and Jim was still in that RV. So how would Victor have drawn them when he hadn't seen them yet? So I think definitely that Julie can't change the past, but she can change what hasn't happened yet. If Victor taps into his ability to draw something that hasn't quite happened yet, she can story walk to that moment and keep it from happening. So that's my one theory. My other theory is we are going to lose Boyd, because I think that he's going to die. He's going to have to sacrifice himself to make sure that everyone else gets out whenever they finish, and everyone in the people who, it's not going to be everybody. We're going to have a bloodbath. I think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be down to the like 11 people we started with. It's going to get down to them and whoever's left out of that group, and Boyd is going to die to sacrifice himself so that his son can get out, and Kenny, his two sons, can get out, and he's going to sacrifice himself to make sure that the spirits are at rest. Because I don't know that this place goes away when they do the ceremony. I think what will happen is it will discontinue the cycle as long as the bones stay at rest. So he's going to sacrifice himself. That's my
as he should.
And that's a good one. I could definitely see him doing that. Yeah,
I could see him.
Also, I think it was Jim who was shaking the cabinet. I meant to mention that when Donna, Ethan, and Julie was in that kitchen. I think that was Jim's spirit. He got pissed off because she sat there and she said Tabby and Jade at the same time, and he was like, "I know my wife." He started throwing stuff and shaking the cabinet because he was mad.
Not Jim that came through shaking the cabinets. Okay, then. Okay, Jim, you didn't even like her in real life, and now you back. Okay, now you mad. Okay, listen. Where you
long live Jim?
Okay,
you said I'm disqualified. He said I'm disqualified.
Oh my God! Oh, my bad. I ain't meant to turn it back on.
Oh, you get. Oh, dang. Listen, Kay.
You can't be there forever.
Where your handy dandy notebook at? Where your book at? Okay, there you go.
I keep that Hufflepuff on me. Keep it.
Okay. What you got? What you got written in there?
Quana, I'm a challenge your theory about those cabinets. I'm a challenge it. I don't know who's gonna be right. I don't know who's gonna be right, because I was thinking that at the beginning of the season too. I was thinking it was like a poltergeist, that it was Jim or Boyd's wife, because I think a lot of stuff that's been happening with Boyd has been his wife, because when they die they can't leave. They're stuck there. This is like some kind of pocket dimension that everything is there, even your soul is there. So I was thinking it was one of them, but I thought about something. What if when Julie story walks, even though the from creatures, because they are supernatural, paranormal, what have you creatures, they can see her, but what if the townspeople cannot see her? And what if at that point she story walks, she's trying to get the attention of people around her to see if they can see her, because it's like she can walk around them, but what if they can't see her? And that maybe that's her trying to figure out how to get their attention. I'm thinking that, especially like it's moments when it's her house and it's them, and especially she was having that conversation with Ethan. Maybe like that was her point, was like I'm trying to intervene here, trying to be, what can I do to make them see me? Because we don't know if when she story walks, if people can see her, or if because she's just been running into the creatures when she's out there. We don't know if they can see her yet. So I'm thinking.
I thought about that the first time that it happened in the house. I was like, oh, could it be Julie story walking or either Jim? I wasn't too sure if they could see her or not, because we've seen the monsters and the man in yellow see her. So I don't know.
Maybe that when Jim finally saw her, maybe that might she's trying to figure out. Maybe she figured out a way to be seen, because remember when they were saying she can't change the story. Maybe that was because they didn't see her. Because remember when she threw Boyd that rope, he didn't see her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just got a rope, but that did change the story technically because she threw down the rope.
But I think that might have always was supposed to happen. That might have always been supposed to happen. What if he would have seen her? Would it have made a difference if she would have been able to speak? So I'm thinking, like, what if there's a way for her to be seen, and that if she can be seen, then she can figure out how to change the story. Because so far we don't know, because she's only been story walk. I don't know, but maybe that when she story walks, she might be trying to figure out a way. Okay, how can the townspeople see me? Because they need to see it. They need to see her in order for her to change something. You know what I'm saying? She has to be seen by people in order for her to change something. And if she story walks and only the creatures see her, she definitely can't change anything. So I'm thinking maybe that could be a part of it.
So question. So when she story walked the one time that we saw her story walk, like really story walk, that we didn't know she was story walking, didn't Jim see her when she was trying to warn him? Did he see her or did he not see her? I can't remember at this point. When the man in yellow was there, did Jim see her?
I think he's seen her, but I think maybe like that might have been the time, because I think that they were saying like that was the closest she ever got. I think that might have been the time she was able to be seen at that time.
Okay, I got you. Like she's evolved, like she kept
doing it. Yeah, I feel like it's a power that's like evolving for her. Like, okay, like maybe I can story walk, then I can be able to like bookmark a page, or maybe they can't see me, but how can I figure out a way for them to see me? Because if they can see me, then I can intervene, then I can be a part, then I can change something. So maybe it got to a point where she got to that level where she can be seen. Gotcha. Because that might have been the closest she's ever gotten. So it might be that maybe she got to practice and evolve on that thing. So, you know, we'll see on that next season. Okay. As far as the Fromville. So instead of there instead of there being a final boss, and now I'm like, okay, now we got to look at it as from this last episode. I think there is a final boss, but I don't think that it's the final boss that we thought it was going to be. Like there's an entity above the man in yellow. I think that all of this is, if we can look at it as like a game, and the final boss is the one who is in charge of the game, because the man in yellow, it can't be the final boss because he still has rules. There's things that the man in yellow can and cannot do. He's trying to win this so-called game that the final boss is actually in charge of. That's who I think is the one who made that earthquake, because it's just like, oh, it's like, you know, sometimes when you start winning and like there's stuff like, I was thinking about like Hunger Games, you know, when it's just like, oh, wait a minute, they starting to do too much. And then like the game makers like, oh, we finna make it rain or something. We finna do this, or we finna put out gas. Even though there's like good or bad people, the person who is making the game itself can also manipulate what's going on in there. And I do also look at the boy in white, the colors white that symbol like purity. I think of if we thinking about like religious stuff, if we think about maybe not God but Jesus, there people do have free will. So the boy in white is like, I can, like when Tika was saying, like I can like only kind of guide you, like I can't do it for you, but like I can help you along the way, but I can only do certain things. And they're both trying, they both have an agenda though. They both have an agenda. I think the boy in white's agenda is for good, and it is to save the children so they can get out of this game. Just like but the man in yellow, I'm still holding on to my necromancy theory. The man in yellow wants everybody to stay there because he feeds off death. So he wins the game. He becomes more powerful the more people die. That's what gives him that's what gives him, and I feel like the more he wins, he gets an extra advantage in the next game. Like, so the more we win, the more death comes to me. That's what powers me up. I get more advantages in the next game. Yeah. And so far, the boy in white hasn't been winning any, so he doesn't have any advantages. His thing is like, I don't want to keep people here. I just want to I want the game to be over and done, and we don't play anymore. Yeah. But I definitely think the final boss is this sacred ground itself, and there is no winning and destroying. You literally just they have to do what they have to do to get out of here, because the game is going to be the game itself. I think the man in yellow is tied to that place.
Yeah. When I was thinking about it, when I was actually putting some thought into it, I was kind of thinking along those same lines too, like looking at it as this big game, because she kept calling it a game. And I was like, well, they keep like, you know how in a game, everything gets harder and harder and harder, and they take away these little things. Like, it starts out easy, like how they started out. They were able to find food, and they were able to make shelter. You know, like when the game first started out, it's always going to be hectic, right? It's always going to be a little bit hectic because you got to figure out how to survive, like a survival game, right? I love a good survival game. You got to figure out how to survive. You got to figure out how to get shelter, how to get water, how to get all these things. And all of that stuff was easy for them at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, as they kind of keep going on, they were able to make a greenhouse. They was out there making weed. Come on now. They was out there making that ganja. So, you know, they were starting to really, and then as soon as they started to get comfortable, then these little things started happening. It get a little bit harder. The weather started changing. They ain't never had the weather change before. And it's always tied to, as soon as someone gets a little bit further along, then something else happens. Something negative happens. Just like any game that you play, you get further along and then boom, something happens. So I did kind of correlate it that way as well, because that's exactly what it feels like. And I used to go back and forth with who was the big boss, but I had come to the realization that I don't think that it's the man in yellow either, because of the exact same thing that you said, because of the rules, because I feel like the big person would not have rules. Like they would just have it ain't finna be no rules, but the man in yellow is so connected to these rules and playing the game, which makes you think that someone else is in charge, because of the way that he has to win and the way that everything has to be followed. So why are you I don't know. It's just something weird about that. I don't think that I think that there's something else there too. Now, I didn't think it was the ground or the place, as you were saying. I didn't know what it was, but I like that thought process, that the place itself. But I don't think that he was the one who granted them the the reverse immortality, because that was the BS right there. That was like a genie trick, one of them old crazy genie tricks. But I do think that it's just like that. So I can't wait to see how we are going to go into the next season with this. Like, this is getting crazy, and the fact that this is going to be the last season is just, everything is on the table now. So y'all, we got to see how this is all going to play out in the end. Listen, we appreciate everybody that came through. This has been fun, y'all. Like, we've talked about From all season long. It's been some really, really good theories. Even those of us who are not, don't really be jumping into those theories. We tried. We put our best foot forward. I think we all did really, really good. But we got the queen of the theories here. We appreciate y'all for coming up with these well thought out theories. And we appreciate all of y'all for putting up with all of our shenanigans as well, because we know we have a lot of them. Now, shout out to Ellis, because we do hope that next season they do put him in charge.
What? We are not gonna end talking about shout out to Ellis.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Shout out to Ellis.
This one went completely unhinged, because ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Yep. Listen, they gonna put him in charge. Ellis is about to be in charge of something. Come go around. I was with Tika when she said that. I was like, Ellis gonna need something to do. Y'all don't understand. Like, Ellis is gonna need a job. at this point. So we're gonna have to put Ellis in charge of something. We tried to put him in charge of the small council, but apparently they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to come tell him so he could go tell the small council. So never mind all of that.
Ellis gonna be trying to sneak underground every 5 damn minutes. Don't put him in charge of nothing.
He gonna come back a stronger man.
We gonna put him in charge of something. Ellis is gonna need something to do, okay? At this
Ellis
point,
gonna turn
and
up.
we gonna lock Henry ass up because Henry don't need to be around nobody no more.
Oh, hell no! Put Henry in damn jail and let him detox.
Okay, Henry needs to go.
It ain't no detoxing though. He's still blood. What is it? Blood magic. He's still jacked up from that.
Either way, lock.
I just know they better look at the walls real quick.
Yep, all the more reason I lock his ass up. All the more reason.
They better look at them walls with the quickness and realize them talisman is gone. That's the first thing that needs to happen on the first episode we come back.
Okay, somebody exactly. He can be in charge of finding the talisman because somebody gonna need to go find him.
Yeah. They're gonna be back to hiding in the bushes.
Possible with him for protection.
Exactly.
Be hiding in the bushes again.
Exactly. But Fatima is going to protect Ellis while he go out there and look for the talisman, and I like it, and you can't convince me otherwise. That's the way it's going to happen. But yeah, now y'all, seriously though, this really has been a really good season. Honestly, I've never been one for horror like myself. Y'all know I be a little scary. Don't tell nobody. But this show right here keeps me intrigued and keep me on my toes, like just wanting more, like what's going to happen. I really, really enjoyed this show. I think all of them do such an amazing job at bringing their characters to life. And it's kind of sad that it's going to be ending next season because where is the spinoff announcement? Damn it. So my theory can come true. Where's the spinoff announcement? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, y'all, I need to know what y'all got going on y'all channels and all of the things. Tamika, if you're back, you can go ahead and start. If not, Tika Dushi, you go ahead.
All right. So always fun talking. And this is new for me. I watched it, but I never really talked about it. So this was good to be able to talk about the shenanigans from Fromville. Me, none theory having, just knowing what I want to see and what might happen next. I still love the show. So anyway, coming up on my channel, All Things Ruthless, where the Ruthless Addicts reside. We got Tyler Perry's Ruthless, and they're back, y'all. Season 6 has returned. They dropped 2 total episodes. I gave y'all a half a recap. I'm gonna give y'all another half a little bit later, and then tomorrow we got the Ruthless Roundtable. It's all going down. Myself, EJ, VKJTV, and then Thursday we've got Fatima. Excuse me, the other Fatima. We got Fatima, 8:15 or 7:15. I don't know what time it is, y'all. Just stay locked into the channel. So much stuff going on, and then I'm gonna take a little itty bitty break, and then I may or may not be back for Vampire Lestat. I just got to see what my schedule's going to look like. But just stay locked into the channel, All Things Ruthless. Again, I'm Tika Deshawn. For those of y'all that don't know me, shout out to all the drama-filled people that be coming through the chat sometimes, getting emotional. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the good people, the positive people, the people that came through with all the hype energy. We love y'all for that. I love y'all for that. And I'm just waiting to see how the next season is gonna fall out. That's pretty much it, EJ. And we still gotta talk that talk media. At some point, we're gonna come back together and bring y'all some talk content. Okay.
Okay, that part. I will be dropping the Vampire Lestat probably tomorrow, most likely. So definitely check that out. What episode is it? 3? Was it Toronto?
4.
I think it's Toronto.
4.
Well, no, the reaction we did, our reactions are 1 episode behind. So
3
then 3. Because we didn't get a chance to do 4 because somebody had their wires crossed.
It's all good.
So definitely check that out, y'all, and y'all can see exactly how we reacted to the episode. But Kwana, what you got going on your channel?
I just dropped my Vampire Lestat recap for episode 4. I'm going to be dropping a follow-up to season 4 finale video for from all the things that were answered, because people want to act like nothing got answered in the episode. So I'm about to make a video specifically to, these are all the answers we got. So y'all stop acting like nothing happened. And and my recap and just like in memoriam for the bear, because it was a beautiful season of television, and it went out. You know, we didn't get our Sid Carmi, but I'm okay with how it ended. It was truly beautiful. So yeah.
That's what's up. I'm gonna have to check out that show. It's been on my list for a long time, but I ain't never made it to it.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Really good.
Okay. That might be something. Look, I always got to throw Tika in there. That might be something me and Tika have to go do reactions to.
Just take your blood pressure medicine before you.
I was just gonna say, because especially them first 2 seasons be having you stressed, blood pressure through the roof.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of stuff right there. Then, Tamika, you back? Okay, I don't think she's back yet. Okay, what you got going on your? Oh, never mind. She here. Okay, what you got going on your channel, Tamika?
Right now it's just the panels. I didn't do any of my recaps that I was supposed to do. Wasn't feeling too hot, but I will be on the panels for the ovals, the Team Shot and Raising Cane. And I may put out something about Vampire Lestat because I didn't get to join the ladies for that, and I still got to do my Love at the Lockup. But that's about it. Like all the channels, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Appreciate it.
Yes. Please make sure that you are subscribed to all of the channels up here. Everybody does different types of content. I mean, we do similar content, but everybody probably has some shows that they do that's different. And of course, the delivery is always going to be different. So just make sure that you're subscribed to all the channels. Make sure that you like the video on everybody's live. If it gives you the hype button, definitely hit the hype button and do all the things. We really appreciate it, y'all. It really, really helps push us out into the algorithm and helps to build our channels and things. As far as my channel is concerned, I have, did I go? Kay, did you go? Kay, my bad. Okay, what you got going on your channel?
Make sure y'all go run it back for our Vampire Lestat discussion yesterday, because I feel like y'all owe Armand an apology, because that man is really trying to heal. Y'all need to respect when somebody is going on their healing journey and trying to become their best self and be a better person. So y'all need to go. Y'all need to apologize to him, because y'all didn't believe he was trying to get real help, and y'all need to let him do his 9th step on the 12 steps. Okay. He should be vindicated after the episode 4. I just want y'all.
No, man.
Why are you over there laughing? Y'all need to take his healing seriously.
And Quana, I know you're not down there shaking your head to this foolishness that she's talking about over here. No,
I was about to type in the comments, I got your back, Kay. I got your back.
No.
I knew somebody else was me. Y'all let that man apologize.
Okay? If Louis is allowed to be a bird, Armand can be a bird too. It's okay.
Oh no, we're not gonna do that about Louis. Hold up. Not Louis.
Y'all know how I feel about Louis, but Armand.
Yeah,
Louis is higher on my list than Armand. Okay, because Armand is like down here. I cannot believe that we are really thinking that this was a real an apology tour. This was not.
You ain't see how that man was looking at him take that shower?
Okay, I just want to know why he looking so dusty right now.
Why
is he looking so dusty? What's wrong with him?
He is going through his healing journey. Sometimes you got to get yourself together before he's going in the cocoon. He got to come back out of butterfly. Okay.
Yes.
Right now. See?
Okay.
You know what? I came with y'all too. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and do that.
Exactly. Okay. I'm Team Armand, Team Gremlin. Armand told the truth. So I've just been to say, go run that back. And I explain in detail why Armand was serious and Louis need to get on the same type of healing journey with the stuff that he on. So y'all run that up. And as for my channel, dropped a quick review for Strung on Peacock. If y'all have not seen it, it was released on Friday. Tyler Perry, Jason Blum. Quana, I seen your review on TikTok. I don't know why you expected it to be something that it wasn't. I don't know when I seen Jason Blum, I was like, cool. And then Tyler Perry, I said, oh, hell, this is going to be messy. And it was very messy. So I hope y'all don't think that it's not scary for people who don't want to watch scary stuff, but watch Strong, Chloe Bailey, Lynn Whitfield, messiness. But I got a quick review. No, it wasn't the greatest thing ever, but it's worth a watch anyway. Just
don't be leaving Malcolm out of it, because wasn't this a Malcolm Lee
Exactly. It was
Malcolm Lee, yeah, Malcolm Lee
project. All Tyler Perry did was give some money to make it.
Yeah, Malcolm Lee.
That's
he
why I had
directed it.
hopes.
That's
why I
it.
had hopes.
Get all
I was
Tyler.
like,
God.
I'm like,
But guess what? I bet because Tyler Perry's name was attached to it, 1 million and some people or more watched it. So shout
and
I still ain't watching.
they got exactly what Tyler Perry would have gave it to him. So like I said, it's worth a watch, but y'all don't expect no kind of horror thriller type thing to be going on in there. You know, just it was like a messy ass family drama. So I got a quick review on my channel for that, if y'all haven't seen it. And from reviews, y'all, as we say goodbye to Elgin and Mariel, I had some final thoughts and questions for those actors. The interview is pinned in the comment section, and it's in the videos of on my channel. It just posted today, along with cast interviews with the actors who play Fatima, Donna, Victor, Henry. Y'all go and check out those from cast interviews on the channel to see what they had to say about their characters and how they feel like the show is going and their perspective and everything like that. What we got? Raising Kanan on before we get to Raising Kanan on Friday, House of the Dragon tomorrow. That was quite an episode. Okay, shouts out to Get Shit Done Damon, my guy. So House of the Dragon fans, come on right back here tomorrow with us. And make sure you hit like and subscribe on everybody's channel. Push us out to the algorithm. And if you like any shows that you have heard about here, between Interview of the Vampire, House of the Dragon, we just Raising Friday, y'all just channel.
Yep. Make sure y'all are subscribed to all the channels. We do a lot of shows and panels. Between all of us, there's something going on for sure. So yeah, as far as my channel is concerned, I mean, most of the stuff is going to be panel stuff. I'll be dropping probably more like videos probably starting in August, but right now I'm just kind of on panels and trying to get back in the mode. Yeah, when y'all go off of YouTube for a second, you gotta get back together, because it is not like it's not an easy jump right back into it. You gotta like bring yourself back together to get stuff going. So yeah, just stick with your girl. I'm definitely here for the panels. Raising Kanan, House of the Dragon, we definitely got to talk about that. That was so good. And then no more from. And if you are hanging out with us for House of the Dragon, just know that we will be moving it to Tuesdays to take the place of From. So, but we'll also let you know that on tomorrow. Again, we'll remind y'all that we'll be moving that to Tuesdays. And then Virtual Club Eden. Okay, it's always a vibe over there. We are still in our final season of Virtual Club Eden over here hanging out with Madam. So please make sure that y'all come through for that if you are a All the Queens Men's fan. I will be hanging out, back to the OG Ruthless Roundtable. We will be back on Wednesdays, I believe. So definitely come hang out with us for that, for all the shenanigans of that. And other than that, just keep your notifications turned on and do all the things. And y'all, we appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. Again, this has been a very fun-filled From situation. Quana, we appreciate having you. I feel like I know I've been on a panel with you, but we had you like the whole time. So we really, really appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us. Please don't be a stranger and come back and hang out with us again. I love the foolishness. I'm here for a good kiki, a good kaka, and you give a good kiki and a good kaka, and I love that. So definitely please come and hang out with us again. Other than that, y'all, we're about to get up out of here. Make sure again that y'all have liked, shared, subscribed, all the things. If you're watching this on the replay, please drop down and type in #replay squad. Let us know that you came through and let us know what y'all thought about this episode. Is everybody gonna die? That's all I need to know. Type it down in the comments and let me know if you agree. And if not, go ahead and drop your theories. And listen, we will see y'all next season for From again, and we will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Who filling them with octane? Got them gassed up, about to get blasted up. So the last one was the most brother miss him. I seen him when he kissed him at the wake. Made his body shoot. The high guy in 850 eyes smoking. Rack terror, more chrome and terror. Street fly by deliverance. The fifth is conspicuous. Bad boy slipped in 95, ridiculous. My rap lines is like